The Supreme Court has ruled that a group of Uber drivers must be treated as workers rather than self-employed, a decision which means they could be entitled to a minimum wage and holiday pay. The decision marks the end of a 5-year legal battle. The case could have implications for many others. With more, here's our transport correspondent, Caroline Davies.
Supreme Court unanimously dismisses Uber's appeal.
Relief after years of fighting. Today, outside the Supreme Court, Yaseen and James heard the decision they'd been waiting for, that when driving for Uber, they were workers, not self-employed.
I'm delighted, to be honest. It's victory. And I think it sends a strong signal to companies like Uber, these big, massive companies, that, you know, the workers can fight them.
They spent millions of pounds to try and defeat workers. I mean, it's reprehensible that they've done this, but I'm just so delighted, thrilled and relieved.
Worker status is not the same as an employee, but it means that they had the right to a minimum wage and holiday pay. The ride-hailing app which connects drivers with passengers, Uber has always claimed it's an intermediary, but that was rejected by the Supreme Court. Uber say this judgment only applies to the drivers that first brought the case in 2016, not to every Uber driver in the country, because Uber say they've made changes since then. Some drivers and lawyers would disagree. Today the court set out the reasons why it thought these Uber drivers were workers, which included the fact that Uber set the pay and the contract without any say from the drivers. How today's verdict will affect today's drivers and other workers will be the subject of future court cases. Other companies in the gig economy may already be working out what this might mean for them.
They're going to have to look at their business model. If they think that they can continue with this self-employed model, it's quite clear that the judiciary isn't afraid to intervene into this, to find that their self-employed individuals are actually workers.
The court says that a driver is working from when they log into the app, not just when they have a passenger. Some drivers are worried that if Uber have to pay a minimum wage for those hours, they could cut down on drivers or change the way Uber operates. Samuel has driven for Uber for the last 5 years and is concerned.
It doesn't impress me. The only reason why I'm attracted to drive on the app is the flexibility.
Uber say that they respect the court's decision and will now consult with every active driver across the UK to understand the changes they want to see. Today's case sets a legal precedent that could have huge implications for Uber and for other firms that rely on flexible labour. The company that was once thought of as the big disruptor might now have been disrupted.
Yes.
Caroline Davies, BBC News.